All right, guys. Good morning. So this is video number 2 this morning. um, Video 1 was getting kind of long, anyways. I think I was rambling on about some other shit, and I just decided to delete it. Let me do the quick analysis, and then I'll start talking about some stuff, guys. Okay, weird reactions. Let me show you something really simple here. Everybody's wondering what the fuck happened to crypto yesterday. Well, here's what the fuck happened to crypto. Bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hourly candles to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hourly candles to the upside. Really simple. Down, up, up, down. Okay? First grader shit, guys. First grader shit. Okay? All right, let me go to the indices first, and then we can talk about the rest of the shit. Okay, let's talk about indices first. ES failing to make a new low, sitting in a corrective sequence to the upside here for wave 2 of 5. Okay, on the larger time frames. For this wave 2, I do expect to make an ABC correction. The C leg of this should be an impulse wave. Okay, the impulse wave should at least reach, let's see, the third wave of this should be reaching this zone. Okay, probably going to be a little bit higher since we have it projected up there. Why do I have it projected up there? Because this is also an impulse wave. This part is the 382 of this impulse, and it also lines up with the 1.618 of the ABC correction. Okay, simple enough. So I am expecting a push to the upside here, somewhere in this zone. ES, I'm feeling good still about the drop on NQ, the same. Okay, I mean, this is where I expect to get up to, but I don't want to short this. This was our short spot, guys. I mean, we absolutely sniped this. So I don't want to. For some guys who missed this, this is a risky short because, here, look, it's RTY. RTY is scaring me right now, guys. Okay, I'm gonna put a level probably here instead of a break even. I'm gonna put a level like in here that if we hit it, we're just gonna close the full short. Okay, the reason being is you can see that we have these reactions, these nice big reactions up and out of the minor demand zone, which now you can start to get the idea why I have minor and major, right? Like if we get this type of reaction out of a minor demand zone and it keeps trying to pop it, see, like up here, there's never really any pops, right? Like you had a little tiny one here, a little tiny, but I mean, look at this. We tap and brrr, right? And we tap and brrr, okay? So as we work our way down into this, I believe that this is the golden zone right here. This overlap of the major and minor demand zones. I believe this is the golden zone. So that's why you see all my charting stops here. And I mean, extensions can push us down into this zone. They can keep us up in this zone. Me personally, I think we tapped a golden zone here. This is where I have buys on RTY set at. Me personally, I've got a few just higher as well. With a stop loss that's kind of loose down in this area because I don't think we're going to make it this far down. But with these types of reactions, I believe that once we tap this, even if it's just a little bit, we're going to just fucking skyrocket out of here. Okay, so but back to the short on RTY. I'm not God, what's the right way to say it? I'm not convinced that we don't go higher here. Okay, and the reason being, the reason being is we made a new low. Making a new low here, you know, RTY and LTC are very similar, and I'll get to LTC in a minute. But RTY is like the redheaded stepchild of the indices, same as LTC. LTC kind of does its own fucking thing. If you guys notice, I have a love-hate relationship with Litecoin. So the same with the Russell. The Russell I have a love-hate relationship with. It does what it wants to, whenever the fuck it wants to, and it's pretty fucking annoying most of the time. So made a new low. With this new low in place, it can make a larger corrective sequence here. It just depends on how deep the B goes. Okay, if we get a shallow B, then we're going to get a much higher reaction in C. Okay, and that would invalidate this, and we would hit stop line. I don't want to do all that. Okay, if we get a deeper B, then we could still have a reaction only to about here, which if this is the case, I'm still going to have us close our shorts here, like above these MAs. My stop loss, actually, you know what? Let's do this now. All RTY shorts, we're going to set our stop loss here. At 1730. It was our trim spot. Okay, we're setting stop loss here, officially, and I'll alert in the chat, because if we break above this and get above these EMAs, there's a good chance that we're going to kind of like bounce back and forth, and we'll catch another short here. I just don't like the action from RTY right now. Okay, the Russell is pissing me off. Okay, so let's go to cryptos and let's talk about how the cryptos are moving and why I do some of what I do on the cryptos, guys. Because I want to make this really, really simple. Oh, and by the way, remember the other day I was bitching about my coffee? I went and got a bag of my coffee yesterday. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff, boys. Now you know why I won't shut up this morning. Why I've had to make a second video already. Because I'm just fucking rambling, dog. Just rambling. So, anyways, okay, let's talk about what happened on the cryptos real quick. Okay. On Bitcoin. Come on. I like the view that this is the end of the 345 here. Okay. As you can see, we have nice divergence here to N5. And actually, this should be like this. And this should be like this. So here's the ending of all of our woes on these. Okay. And then we have our reaction higher, right? There you go. Now, let's talk about invalidation points, guys. Okay. Let's talk about invalidation points, because they are very, very important. And let me fix this, because this one in particular is really fucking important. All right, here you go. Okay. So minimum extension for this is 1. Okay. Let me talk about something here, guys. Let's talk about something here. Okay. This is really, really important. Okay, we talk about extensions of corrections all the time. This is a target zone extension for this correction. Okay. This is a real deal target zone extension for this correction. It's right up here. Okay. The scary part about this is my invalidation zone. I will explain what an invalidation zone is in a second. Let me finish one thought at a time. If we break this to the upside, then I believe we are still making a larger correction. That we make this, we break here, there's going to be a different move. And then actually in that case, this would not be corrective anymore. What we would probably get is a 5 waves reaction, which does happen sometimes. we would get a 5 waves reaction higher, okay? And then we would see another type of correction down in here, and it would kind of do this weird, like maybe a double top or something, and then that's when we would get, I'm sorry, it wouldn't even be that. That's a lie. I pulled the wrong one up here. Sorry, guys. Let me see. I pulled the wrong one up here. Sorry. Do not pay attention to that. Jesus Christ. I've got decent coffee, but not decent enough. It would be this. Okay. 1 and then 2 up here. And this would be valid. Okay. But for now, until that happens, I have to call a spade a spade. Okay. For now, until that happens, let's just call a spade a spade. Let's not get crazy. That's me wanting these top end zones. I'm just showing you guys potentials. Okay. And again, I'm getting to the invalidation zone. But we can also just come right here. Okay, bang, 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 failure here, and start 3. Okay, it's that easy. We can just start, and we'll just start to fucking drop hard, like really, really fucking hard. Okay, so whoa, Cujo, everybody relax. I'm not gonna long this, and I'll explain why in a second as well. Let's talk about invalidations. Okay, for me, invalidations are pivot points on a chart in a market where I'm going to make this really simple. I was doing this in my last video, trying to show guys some stuff. And I just kept rambling. I didn't shut up. So we're just going to not. Okay. So we call these pivot points and connectors the major swing points, like on a daily. Okay. These are major swing points, the high and the low of the range. You know, some other guys have tried to, make their own analysis and their own words for it, average daily range, ADR, and all this other shit, dude. Like, it's really simple, man. It's just a pivot point. It's a true pivot. It's where price was working in one direction, it reached the highest or lowest point that it could reach, and it turned the other direction from there, and it's not invalidating itself past that point anymore. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of these points. We traded all the way to the downside, had a reaction higher, failed to challenge the low here, got higher again, this was the initial ADR, and then we created a new one, right? Phew. And then we dropped out. So look, this is a pivot point, not a pivot point. Why? Didn't break this low. Okay, not a pivot point. Why? Didn't break this high. Not a pivot point. Didn't break this high. This is a pivot because it broke this high of the last move down. Okay, so now this has become a pivot. Okay, not pivot, not pivot, not pivot, not pivot, not pivot, not pivot. Pivot point, right? Price is working its way to the upside here. It's working its way to the upside. Finally breaks the highs, grabs this, bang, to the downside. Okay, bang to the downside. So, there is a strategy that some people use. Okay, I'm not a fan of it because there's a lot of failures, and I'll show you the failures right in here, in this little area. I'll show you the failures. Don't worry, I got you, boo. Okay. There's a strategy for pivot points. Okay. And the reason why I brought this way over here is to show you there's a lot of winning trades, and I know some guys that this is all they do. They set conditional limit orders. Like, they would set a conditional limit sell order here. Okay. Obviously, they have more TA because they know it's going down here. But once we break the previous low, like coming down like this, then they get their limit order filled. We would have had a little bit of reaction higher, but they're like, it's fine. We haven't challenged back up here yet, and they get their push lower and they close somewhere down in here. Okay, and I mean they're making nice money. Like if you close in the middle of that candle, it's a 15% move unleveraged, right? So that's nice. Then we set a new pivot point. Okay. Then we also set another new pivot point here because we break the high. So what they do is, since we're in a bearish sequence, they understand that we're probably not going to make a move to the upside here. Okay, because you would say, well, Tex, why don't you set a limit long here? Okay, well, I mean, you're in a bearish sequence, so why would you want to set a limit long? You can, but you would probably want to have a really tight stop loss, like something like right here. Okay, I mean, this is the daily chart. Don't forget. Okay, so this is the pivot point trading. I mean, this is a whole like strategy that some guys use. Seriously, they don't tell you what the strategy is. They just, as price like starts to move this way, they're going to say, well, you need to set a conditional limit for at this point here and blah blah blah. And then like, you know, bang bang, you guys hit, you make some big trade, and you're like, oh my god, you're a guru. How'd you know it was going to do that? And it's like, he didn't know it was going to do that. They just set a limit order there because it looked dumpy, and so they put a limit order there. Okay, which is fine. Like, hey, good for them. But I just gave away their whole strategy, and they're probably charging you $100 a month for it. So, which I don't give a fuck. It's pivot point training, guys. There's no classes on it. It's literally this simple: find the range and set a conditional limit order, and wait for it to break through that with a nice little stop loss, and only trade the trend. You're only going to get a couple of trades a year, right? Like, you're not going to be able to trade every day, every week, every month, sometimes. But when you get a trade, you get a nice, solid, safe trade, right? As you can see, we don't really come back. Like, once we broke this, yeah, we started to kind of come back, but we still failed, okay? And then once price action started getting crazy, you can close here. Or you could just fucking hold it. Like, if you would have shorted from the pivot point on the high, like here, okay? This is great, because if you would have somehow sniped the fuck out of this, right? Let's say you would have seen this and you put a conditional limit sell here. As we came back through from this bounce, you could still be holding that bitch all the way to here today, okay? I mean, it's really that simple. You could still be holding that bitch all the way to here today. Some guys trade that way, okay? Some guys trade that way, which is fine. It's a good strategy. I'm not knocking it at all. I actually like it. I like to trade a little bit more than 3 times a year. So, you got big money. There you go. That's your fail safe trading strategy presented by Tex, created by guys who want to charge you a bunch of money for nothing. Okay. So, these are invalidation levels and pivot points, right, guys? Invalidation levels and pivot points. Pivots, invalidation levels, right? As long as we're holding this low and price is trading above this low here, we're going higher, okay? Once we trade below this point, price goes lower, okay? We failed to stay above here. As soon as we came up, we came back down. If we would have come down here and then failed to stay down and come up, I would have said, hey, we're going to hold this spot for a while. We're probably going to get another run at the upside, okay? That's just how it works. It's how it works everywhere. You know, we made this low. Look here, I'm gonna do this here. This is a fun one. This is a fun one. I know you guys are probably getting sick of me, but I don't care. Look, this is a fun one. I love this one. I've shown some guys this one before. Okay, this is really simple. These are big ranges. We come down, we create a new low. You set your line here. You're like, oh, this is the lowest low. Great, perfect. We come up, we make a high. Bang, you put the fucking high in place. Okay, this is a really fun one. Watch this. Okay. We come up, we challenge the high, failure. We come down, we challenge the low, failure. Can't even challenge the high anymore, failure. Come down, challenge the low, failure. I mean, yeah, we make a new low, but when I say failure, I mean we don't get down like this and then stay below. Okay, this is what I mean by failure. It was a dip. It was like bloop, bloop, right? So this is a failure to stay below and trade below a pivot point. Right? Yes, we made a new low, so technically that would have been the new pivot point. Okay? Yes, you are right. but for the sake of just trying to show you something, this is what a failure looks like. So this is what failure doesn't look like, because this is success. All right, trading, bang, we break it, we stay below, and we fail further. It was one daily candle. We failed to stay below in a single day, and we got right back up. Okay, even this one, it looked like we were going lower here, and yeah, if you would have had your conditional limit order, you're gonna need your stop loss right there, buddy. You know what I mean? Because look at this. Okay, so Jesus Christ, what am I doing? And then you would have had a conditional limit here to buy. Okay, now you kind of would have got wrecked because maybe you would have had your stop loss here. So as soon as it went up, it came back, hit your stop loss, and then it went again. But as soon as it hit your stop loss, you should have already had another limit order here waiting, because it's going to go like this, right? And then you trim up here, you set your stop loss to break even. Unfortunately, you would have got tapped here before the big run. Okay, but hopefully at that point, if you're this type of trader, you would have set new lines here on pivot points, and you would have had another break of this high, and you would have put a conditional limit here to take this next run. Okay, that's how this works. That's why these levels are important. That's why they dictate how price is going to go so much, guys. Okay, so I've spent 10 minutes talking about pivot points. Okay, 10 fucking minutes. Hope you guys understand now what I'm saying about pivot points and invalidation levels. What does it mean for us? So, just like I was showing you guys, if we go above that point, which is this point right here on Bitcoin today, if we go above that point and we hold, okay, it's going to change the structure to the upside here, and we're going to see a little bit higher prices up into this zone, which I'm surprised we haven't taken back this liquidity yet. We have a nice huge supply box right here of untapped liquidity. We created it, tried to reach it, couldn't. Tried to reach it, you know. I mean, this is a nice big zone here, guys. This is not a short box. Let me make this clear. I'll change the colors in a second. Just fucking wait. Okay, I don't want anybody freaking out. Oh my God, it takes such a big fucking, it's a big fucking short box. Here, let's make it orange so nobody freaks out. Okay, between 23,117 and 25,442, there's a big supply box here. It's enormous. Okay, it's a nice fucking range, dude. It's almost a $2,500 range of short liquidity. Like, guys are selling shorts here, right? Selling short. So the market has to pick up in the opposite direction. The market was picking up longs here, right? It was picking up longs. So what happens is the market wants to come back to this zone because it's long from here, and we're now trading below from where the market is long. So the market wants to come back up. That's why we call it a correction. The market needs to correct the fact that it's actually negative, and we're sitting in a huge imbalance down here to this fucking supply box. Okay, I actually like that. I'm gonna start using that. That was cool. So I personally, me, Keith Colson, personally, yes, that's my name. I don't care if people fucking know it. Everybody's fucking, you know, me personally, dude, like, I really think that this correction tries to get above this. I really think we do. And if we do, we'll get our a three waves reaction lower, and then we'll trade a little higher into this zone. Okay? That's me personally. Me personally. I think is what's going to happen. And we're going to challenge this, probably get some failure somewhere in here, or we're just going to eat up maybe, half the liquidity, right? We'll eat up half, and then we'll get a rejection lower. But this is what I really want, because if we get this high, see, I still look. I'm just telling you guys. This is what I still want. I still want this right here, A, B, C. Okay, I want this so bad, so I can whip out the big account. Okay. Look where the supply box lands. I just want to show you guys this. Look where the supply box lands. I didn't put a Fibonacci here. I literally drew it from the bottom of this to the top of this. See this high? See the high right there? That's all I did. An ABC extension lands between 1 and 1.618. That's an equal, we call that an equal leg extension of an ABC correction. It's an equal leg extension. The equal leg can go from 1 to 1.618. If it goes past a 1.618, then the move is actually not an ABC anymore. It's probably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's become impulsive. Okay? And we change structure. So that's why I'm saying this zone right here. Look at how nicely this fucking zone fits with the supply box. Look at that. It's going to be really hard to convince me that we don't go up to this zone. It's going to be really fucking hard to convince me. Okay? Now, am I saying long this to up here? No, I'm not. Because we're so fucking bearish still on a lot of... this is my sneaky feeling, guys. It's my sneaky feeling. I'm not saying it's going here, but it's my... I keep watching, and I'm like, this reaction was amazing. Okay? We're back up into this old gray supply box that I have from fucking 2018. So, I don't know. I'm torn right now. The math says we're doing this, but I have a hunch and a gut feeling that says I think we might try for this at least. What it all depends on is this guy right here, this invalidation level. Okay, so let's see how it plays, guys. I'm not saying make trades based on this stuff just yet. Let's see how the fuck it plays before we do anything. I don't want to get all fucked off in here. And, guys are all fucking pissed off and whatever. So again, like don't fucking make trades off of it, right? Like we labeled all this. I don't need those anymore. I'm just trying to clean up my chart a little bit, guys. All right, so bear with me. I'll put this out to the side so it's not blocking our view. We can change this color anyways. I don't like the fucking color. Fuck that color. It's a piece of shit color. Okay, Ethereum. I haven't even got to really chart this guy yet. But there's divergence here. Okay. There's divergence with the RSI. Price makes lower low. RSI makes higher low. What is that giving us? It's giving us a reaction higher. Okay. So we could probably call that the end of 3. Let's see, 4 and 5. Probably this is the end of 1. And then we start this bullshit here. I'm just doing this shit really fast, guys. I've spent too much time on Bitcoin and pivot points for the day. So let's just put this at the 236. This is an expectation of mine as of today. It's what I expect to see. Here's your invalidation level on Ethereum. Okay, it's 1281. We get up above 1281 with this reaction, then we're going to be looking at trading into higher prices. Let's go ahead and make you guys a supply box for Ethereum. Ethereum's got a fucking big ass supply box, dude. Not gonna lie, this bitch is enormous. Okay, there you go. There's your supply box on Ethereum. It's really that simple. There's no secret to it, guys. Last pivot point to the high of the sequence, right? They're both pivot points. The delta in the pivot point is a supply box. It's untapped liquidity. It means we haven't gone for it yet. That's all it is. Like, yeah, I'm giving you guys all the sauce today. Okay. Now, I do want to take 2 or 3 minutes. It's been a long video, so I'll try to make it fast. I want to take 2 or 3 minutes to talk about Litecoin and explain why I feel differently about Litecoin on certain things. So, Litecoin made a new low in this sequence, guys. Okay, just like RTY did. We made a new low here. Okay, so this is the end of our 5. We're just now starting an ABC to the upside. I don't even care about the levels of this ABC because I don't even know until we make the A wave and the B wave. Can't tell you where C is going. I'm also leaving this up here. I think we might break the invalidation level on Litecoin because we've already eaten up all the liquidity, guys. Look, this was really simple here. Okay, we only had a very small supply box on Litecoin. Okay, very, very small. We came up, we tapped it, we rejected from it. Okay, and then we just blasted it, dude. And then it became support for us, right? Then it became support. Now we tried to dive back through it again, but look at the reaction we had diving back through. Came up, yeah, and I know Bitcoin did this too, but come on, you got to see the differences as well as the similarities. And the difference is we have a much smaller supply box here, and we've been trading above this box into these old levels here for a while. Okay, I think Litecoin is trying to get back up into these levels. Yes, we had a reaction lower, but I also think that this is not an impulse. Personally, I think we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess it depends on how you look at the swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I don't know. Depends on how you look at the swings. I mean, you could even do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, actually, this will be 11. And then up and out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, up and out. Yeah, that's 11 swing corrective sequence. Correcting this move here and then getting up and out again. Because really, there's nothing that says that this couldn't be this right here, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have an impulse come back off of an impulse. It is it's not an invalid way to do that. Okay, so very long range chance of that happening. Very long range chance that that's what is really going on. But I mean, I like this idea a lot because if we get this A to come up and break this previous, like locally, this is what I would call a pivot point locally. Okay, not overall, but local, small frame. If this A comes and breaks this, then short term, it tells me we're going to make a run for this. We come back, we test some liquidity. Okay, now look what happens when we have a small break of the previous high. If we do this ABC, look what happens. We have the potential to reach up to a 618 and get up here and break this previous pivot point. Okay, we have the potential. We also have the potential to fucking reject here below the pivot point because it only needs to make a 1.0 extension. Okay, so again, this is just an idea. It's just an idea, guys. Not saying it's what's going to happen. It's just an idea. Today, I'm watching and waiting. It's Friday. I would love to make money. I really would. But what I like more than making money is keeping my money. Okay, I like keeping it more than making it. So, we made money here. There's no way to say that this is the reaction we were going to get. No way to say that this is the reaction we were going to get. This is a really violent and crazy move for the day. Okay, guys? So, leaving this alone, not touching it, just letting it play out, for me is the best fucking move for the day. Okay? All three of these guys. Okay? We're in trades on the indices, which is great. I'm letting all these guys play out. I'm not touching them. Remember what happened the last time LTC made a new low in the sequence? I still have arrows back here for it. Okay? This is back in January. Remember, guys? January, February. Made a new low. This is what caused everything else to crash. Right? So, here we are in the sequence. We made a new low. This new low may be what gets us here, but then is the failure for here. You know, maybe ETH and Bitcoin we're going to try to challenge and get up into here. But with Litecoin making a new low in the sequence, you know, I mean, I don't know. Just proposing ideas. Okay, proposing ideas. That's all. So, I just want everybody to be on the same page with me right now, man. The shit's going to get a little crazy over the next couple of days. I'm just going to get rid of that because I don't want to put a false box up here for anybody. Okay. So, it's Friday. Who knows what they're going to do? they could easily get us into these EMAs and the weekend consolidate through the EMAs, and then Monday try to make a run for the upside. You know, I mean, I see this as a very valid move happening, and then we'll challenge the pivot point and see, or the invalidation zone, whatever you want to call it, see if we can tap the supply box. If we can't get up to the supply box, well, then fucking peace, chicken grease to the downside, and we'll come back for this later. You know, it's that simple. So, all right, guys. I don't have much more today. I got shit I got to do, work, other stuff. Appreciate everybody watching me. Thank you for all the love. A lot of you guys have been giving me love lately, man. I appreciate that. Guys, one thing, and I'm saying this at the end because the real viewers that I have watch these videos all the way to the end. Look, man, I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. I like to do a lot of education and help people out, and it's really important to me that guys get to see all this educational stuff, man. So tell your friends about the channel. Tell everyone about what I do, man. I just want to help people out. I love putting the content on here. I know I'm not the most exciting guy in the world, but man, we just do real deal TA. It works out. I don't make promises. I just try to show you guys how I believe the market is moving. We're pretty successful for the most part, and we're really fucking safe. And I want to teach as many guys out there as possible how to be safe at trading and how to make lots of money. The markets are fun to make money in. They're fun, okay? Sometimes it gets boring, but who's bored whenever we're fucking stacking cash, right? So, look, tell your friends about it. You know some other traders that are struggling. Point them in my direction, man. I'm going to try to start doing some shorter videos too, little tidbit educational deals for everybody. And I'm going to have someone start organizing my YouTube channel for me so it's a little bit better organized and structured, and it's flashy, and there's thumbnails and all this stuff. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm a fucking mathematician type guy, right? Like, very mechanically focused. I don't do the flashy shit. So I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give it to you how it is. But I want to help you guys. So please tell your friends, send me messages on YouTube if you want me to look at specific assets like the Nifty or anything else, Hang Seng, yen pairs. I'll start doing some of this stuff in separate videos so I don't cluster all this stuff in one place. I don't mind doing 3 videos a day, a crypto video, an index video, and then, an off market video like Hang Seng and yen pairs or whatever. So just tell me, guys, I chart everything. I do it all. So just send it my way, and I'm happy to help you guys out, man. Much love for y'all coming to the channel today. Appreciate y'all watching the video. Peace, love, chicken grease.